Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of All the Mods 9. I'm Katiana. Grinch is not available at the moment, so it's just me, but we have a lot of ground to cover tonight, so let's get started. Tonight, we're going to be working on productive bees, and then we'll be working on some growth tech. Remember, we are getting ready to start the MV level of machinery and working on all of those upgrades. So hopefully we can make a dent in that. But we have quest progression things to catch up on first, as always. I did not, like I normally do, stop collecting the things, so I have to try and remember what all we got done. Since last time we upgraded to the point 4 version of the game, so I had to go back and collect a whole bunch of experience only um, quests because they changed the quest rewards to include experience where previously they had not. So I had a whole bunch of quest rewards to collect on things we had already collected, which completely messed me up. But we have a bunch of things to go over. So first of all, thermal. Done. I went in here and just went craft crazy and crafted all the things in thermal. A few of the machines I have set up and added to our collection of machines which are hooked up, connected to crafters and ready for automation. The rest of them are just in our system ready if they needed to be used. The trickiest part here was the dragon steel integral component because this particular one requires ancient dust. And I'm like, ancient dust, what on earth is that? This one, the recipe for that, it's like, doesn't tell me what a recipe is. And it is actually kind of bonkers. You have to use a grindstone and hold a deep slate in your hand, and it's very, very wonky type of things to do. But anyway, the important thing is we made some ancient dust and got it enough that we could get our dragon steel, at least get started and put it in our important machines. So like the important machines, the induction smelter, yeah, that one needs to go up. The pulverizer, we do that a lot. That one needs so the important machines got upgraded to here. The rest of them are still at the lower level, which is fine. That's probably all we need at this point. And anything else that needs to go higher later, we can. I didn't bother upgrading any of the rest of these up to the higher tiers at this point. Again, if we find we need them later, we will do so. So there is another check mark there, ka-ching. And then Theurgy, finished that one. We only had a handful of quests left here to finish. We had the rest of the divination rods to do. We had the fermentation vat, digestion vat, and then the source pedestals. Again, this is functionality I don't know if we're going to need or not. And then this alternative method of heating and the mercury cube. So it's just a handful of things we needed to make. Ka-ching, another check mark there. And then down here we have Twilight Forest. When last we were here, we had gotten all of Twilight Forest done except for the trees. We had 2 of the 4 trees done, and we needed the other 2, right? I believe we had this one and no, which 2 did we have? We had, I think we had sorting tree and transformation, and we needed miner's tree and time. And I had said, wouldn't this be easier if we just had the alchemy table? And you can look over my left shoulder and see that bright purple table. You guessed it, we have an alchemy table. This makes life so much easier. And we used it quite a bit in our Ragnamod 7 playthrough. Trick here is to get saplings out of that table. It takes echo shards. That'd be an expensive table. But I'm very glad we have it. District will be very jealous because he never got one in his Ragnamod 7 playthrough. I think we had 3 or 4 and he never got one at all. So, yeah, we got our we got our alchemy table. So that let me get the last 2 trees and finish up Twilight Forest. So we have added a total of 3 additional check marks, which is great. So many chapters. So many chapters. So we are now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 check marks. Ding! I do love me a sound of a check mark, which makes me very, very happy. Then we get to the bees, and I have been very, 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 very busy in the world of bees, as you can see from all of the quests waiting to be checked in. Let me catch a quick nap here. Dead to you. So sorry. Yeah, poor district. I have other things to show off here as well. Gren should be here to explain all of this. I don't know. So I now have a Stargate portal system with these transport rings, and this it's like an elevator system, except it works across places. And he installed this, and it's kind of cool. So I can do this, and I can come up here, and then these are the coordinates of where it's going to send me to, right? So if I know the coordinates I want to go to, for example, the coordinates down here are like 1930 something. Here. Whoop. I am now in the Woodland Mansion, which is kind of cool. And then there is a corresponding one here, and I can then go back, whoop, like that. So it is very cool. Grinch has built, he went to one of the planets, and don't ask me which one, because I don't remember. And he scouted out a bunch of the cartouches and has gotten like a ton of coordinates to different worlds. So we've got now this like wall of cartouches for Abydos, Tori, Chutak, Kavum, Tenebrae, the Aether, Blood Magic Dungeon, Everdon, the Void, the Other, Lost City, the Nether Roof, Spatial Storage, Glacio, yes, Glacio the planet, the End, Reality Marble, the Undergarden, Everbright, and Twilight Forest. Like a billion of them. And then today he worked on this thing, which is a classic Stargate. And I don't know what makes this different from this one. Um, so I I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with his Stargates, because that would be bad. Um, but I helped him with making a bunch of crystals and things so that we now have like massive Stargate teleportation capabilities. He's been playing with that a lot and enjoying it quite a bit. He is a big Stargate fan. So over here we have some Stargate technology in place. We have a a liquidizer to make liquid naquita from the raw ore. And then here we have a crystallizer, which uses the naquita as its fuel to make these different types of crystals. and goodness knows what happens to those crystals afterwards. I'm not exactly sure. But he used that to make that second Stargate, and I'm not exactly sure what happens next. So, I'm curious. We will see. We've added to our llama family. We now have another cream and a white one. So we're now up to 3 llamas. So many llamas. Got JC's house over there. And of course, it's going to storm. Why? Why does it have to storm? Just as we're getting started? That seems rude. Oh, it's just over the water. Okay, fine. So, we now have 2 rows of bee houses inside here. And there's our magmatic bee getting to work on top of the nether wart. And we've got our draconic bee in here. He uses a dragon egg. And then in here we have the ghostly bee. Bwahahaha. And in here we have a diamond bee, a little baby bee. In here we have an iron bee. Over here we actually have an ender bee and a spatial bee. And I have a anti-teleportation thing to make sure Mr. Enderbee stays right where he is. This one is where my crystalline bee normally is, but I've been using that one to breed more bees. We have our slimy bee here. He just needs a regular flower. And then these are the 3 that have been going forever for our sand, our tough, and our andesite. So, down here, we've been collecting the resources from our quarry bee and sending them into the ender chest. The rest of these actually make combs that need to be processed. So I have just been leaving them in the chest for now. This one actually has something that turns the pollen into items, so that's why that's been doing some extra things and stuffs. Have I done? Yeah, I must have. Got lots of magmatic combs. This little room here, I had to put some empty beehives in the dark to spawn the skeleton bee and the zombie. So that's what that little room is for. Here are my draconic combs. I got glowing and ancient. Here are ghostly. There's ghostly. We have withered, skeletal, sapphire, ruby, zombie, diamond, lots of diamond, lapis, redstone, iron. I touched iron already. Okay. Many, 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 many combs. Which is just the start, obviously. But let's just go over these quick. So, I made an obsidian nest to get a draconic bee, which you can see that's over here. I have made a snow nest. I need one of those to get a sweat bee. We're going to go and do that here when we get caught up on turning in quests. I made a soul sand nest. That is where I get ghostly bee. And then I made a glowstone nest to get my glowing bee. And then I went to the swamp to find my slimy bee. And then down here we have the crystalline bee. Grinch found that in the nether, so we have that one. He also found the magmatic bee, so we have that one. And then, like I said, I got the zombie by putting an advanced beehive in a dark place. And then down here's the ghostly bee, so we got that one. So we got a few of them on the left. Then in the middle, these are all from breeding bees. So Ashy and crystalline. No. District, did you see the start of the stream to see what I got? I have the alchemy table. Oh, did I miss that? Oh, there's a dead to me. For some reason, I thought JC had said that. And for the record, we got the alchemy table on only our second try at the alchemist battle. So, it only took 2 tries at the apple to get an alchemy table. 2. Only 2. Of course I did. Nice! JC's up to 100,000 RF. Good job. So, I hope you'll get one this time, because goodness knows it will make productive trees a lot easier. So, iron bees, ashy mining, and crystalline. Get used to seeing this one a lot, because this combination gets you iron, and it gets you tin, and it gets you aluminum, and it gets you copper. Dear God, how many times did I have to try? Let's see. There's a copper bee, another copper bee. Here's an aluminum bee. Oh, look, there's another copper bee, another aluminum bee. Here's a tin bee. There's another tin bee, another tin bee, another tin bee, another aluminum bee, another tin bee, another aluminum bee. A lot of duplicates. 1 iron bee. I have 1. But I think I got all 4 of them finally that combination does. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't have to do any more. The other one we need lots of is the diamond bee, because the diamond bee makes a lot of different bees. So the 2 I've taken care of right away are the ruby and the sapphire bee. The ruby I did right away because the use of this one makes the rubies, and the rubies get used in Gregte for making rods and making dust. And so I thought, I'm thinking I'm going to want to have potentially a source of rubies so that I have that dust and stuff available in Gregte. So I did those 2 first. Of the collection of sapphires. There's going to be an amethyst bee. There's going to be a peridot bee. I'm like, oh, so many. And then we have this lovely collection here. So, this is the Aldemadian progression that comes down to these 3 at the end, which I saved these 3 at the end to do on stream. This one takes a lot of time and having patience and waiting, and I'm like, we don't want to spend our entire time doing bee breeding when we already know how to do bee breeding. Let's get to the good ones. So, I found the glowing bee and the slimy bee. That's the easy part. I didn't make emerald yet because we have emeralds coming out of our ears. I can make that one later. Redstone is a glowing bred with a chocolate mining bee. And then I have to take the redstone with a blue banded to make lapis. And then I have to take ender and lapis to make diamond. And then that takes me to an ender bee, which we have that. Like I said, I've skipped emerald for now. The diamond bee, I feed it a block of netherite to make it an ancient bee. So we got that. Then up here we have the skeletal bee, which spawns in the dark out of an empty beehive. I think that one, I didn't click in right away to see that it meant advanced beehives, which I should have known better. And so I just put a regular beehive in there and waited and waited and waited. I'm like, why is nothing spawning? And then I actually looked in the quest and I'm like, oh, because there should be advanced beehives. Duh. Changed it to beehives, then I got my skeletal bee. So then that one, you have to feed a skeletal bee a wither rose. I had one wither rose in stock. One. So I put that in a hopper botany pot for a while, got it up to about 50. And then I was able to feed it one to give me a withered bee. And I'm getting full. Let's see. These go over here. Well, where are my? There's my diamond. And there's my skeletal. And see, you're over here. And then ruby. Oh no, redstone. Where's redstone? Did I not make... Where did redstone go? There's redstone. And then glowing is there. And withered is there. And ender is over here. And ancient is here. And lapis is there. And we'll hang on to those because we're going to process those. There's a couple more of those. Okay. That takes us to here. And then draconic bee. I had taken my obsidian nest over here, take it to the end, and lure the bee in with my obsidian nest. Which I did that, and I have my one draconic bee, who is upstairs working as we speak. So, if we start with the Aldemodium bee, it is ancient plus withered. Okay? And it says here it's just flowers. No, correction. It's Botania flowers. Oh, lovely. It's a functional flower from Botania. Oh. And I haven't started Botania yet. Oh no, never mind. There's a poppy at the top. Oh, phew. Oh, had a panic attack there for a minute. I was like, why is it just showing me Botania flowers? Wasn't ready for that. Okay. So we need the ancient. Now I gotta find it. Ancient withered. We'll take those up here to our breeding house where I can safely release my bees for breeding. I've added an ender inhibitor that's active to keep the ender bees from flying away. And we'll let these two out. Grab my flowers. Say, okay guys, come to me. Boom and boom. And they do all the huggies and the kissies, and there is the Aldemodium bee. So we're gonna, now I gotta catch them again. Okay, guys, you need to come here. One. Whoa, not open the door. Doot. Baby bee. Baby bee. Okay. So there is the Aldemodium bee. Now, to get a comb from the Aldemodium bee. Whoop. It needs an Aldemodium block of ingots to be able to do a flower. Ugh. Okay, that might be a little tricky. I don't know if we actually have that much. Go back down here. Okay, so here is withered, here is ancient, here is aldermodium. What do we have for aldermodium? Oh, never mind. Grinch has brought back 1,000,000,000 nuggets from the dungeon. Why was I worried? I didn't realize we had that many nuggets. Woohoo! Perfect. Okay. Yeah, let's go over here. And you guys are the ones that come out at night. No. Sunrise, you should be coming out now. Hey. Thank you. Boop. Alright, let's swap this out. Instead of a block of diamond, we'll have a block of aldermodium. And we will put our aldermodium bee to work. Boop. In he goes. And that will take care of this one. Now, this one is a little more complicated. Because this one, for breeding, I need 2 draconic dust. And these are not easy to get. So, from processing these combs, you have options. Processing it through the centrifuge, you get a 30% chance of getting the draconic dust. Oh, ain't nobody got time for that. Comb processor, ooh, then you're up to 37.5%. Still ain't nobody got time for that. But the mixer takes you all the way up to 70%. So obviously the mixer is the best way to go for processing these combs. Which fortunately, Grinch has one already set up that we can use for processing these combs. I just had to add a tank to pull the honey out so that it is available for doing other things. So add break while we go process these combs. Works out perfectly because the lack of this dust has been holding us back from making some upgrades and things as well. So my little draconic bee needs to be churning these things out like nobody's business. Hello, Mr. Chicken. So, added a blaze burner to the setup. We have a fluid pipe draining the honey into a singularity tank. Works out great. I just need to grab a piece of charcoal. And we'll just pop those in there, turn that on, hop up here, and then go boop. And at 70% out of 16, I would hope we'd get like 12, 13. Ugh, We got 9. 9 out of 16. Ugh. Not the greatest. Not the greatest, but we'll take it. So, we are now up to 22 Draconic Dust, which the Draconic Dust can be processed like this to give us Draconic Chunks, which those are what get used for making inactive dragon eggs, which are used for other things. It's used for making the productivity alphas, which we've been lucky in getting those for quest rewards. It is used in making the upgrade block. So those could be useful as well. We don't need them at the moment. There is a quest reward chain that takes the alpha to the beta to the gamma to the omega, but we're going to need a lot of draconic chunks and other things to go up that chain. But wanted to show that. So we now have 2 chunks, so we'll put those in there, which leaves us 4 to use for breeding our bee. We now have free range pigs, because I just haven't corralled them back in yet. I did send Grinch out into blue skies, and he got all the various ores and everything, and we got blue skies done except for the nature dungeon. So we will need to go and do the nature dungeon at some point. I wanted to save that one for on stream. We did the poison one off stream because we know those icky spiders don't make District very happy. So we spared District having to deal with spiders. He's going to have to do them on his own stream. He doesn't need to watch us do them again. You're welcome. Although, that does remind me that we did notice something which we don't remember from Ragnamod. The arcs can be used to resummon a boss at a higher difficulty using the keystone. You can use the arcs that you get for completing the boss and just keep redoing the boss battle over and over and over and over and over again rather than going and finding a new boss. And so we were able to get a whole bunch of arcs. So like that Dusk arc is the rare version, where I have the common version. So now I can switch that out for the rare version instead of the common, which is like yay for me. But makes it much easier if you're trying to get a certain, oh, I don't know, alchemy table. You wouldn't have to go searching for tower after tower after tower to do the battle. You could just sit there and do that same alchemy tower repetitively. And keep trying for the best possible arc out of it that you could get. Which, we liked that very much. Okay, so now we gotta get you out of here. Hello. Thank you. Come here. No. I need you. Oh, no. I hit the egg instead of the bee. Drat. Where did the egg go? Darn and drat it all. That silly egg. ugly egg. What are you doing? Shush. You are silly. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so for the... Do I even want to know why he was up until 4 a.m. making Jell-O? No, maybe I don't. Have a good night, District. I hope you rest well. Okay. Oh no! What happened on Jello the server? I missed something, obviously. The Jello server went kaboof? No, I didn't scroll back and read Discord. I've been playing Minecraft all day. Give me the highlights. It broke. Well, that's just... Well, that is about as highlighty as you can get. It broke. District fixed it. The end. The server upgrade corrupted EvilCraft items in the refined storage system. Refined storage system would load, crash, and server would hang. Oh. Well, that's not good. You had to find the items among the 3,600 items in the refined storage system and remove them before the server would load. Well, on the plus side, I have not gotten into EvilCraft, so nothing went wrong on Cheesecake. So the item in question wasn't in our refined storage system, otherwise you would have had 2 servers to fix. Brooms and such that have blood tanks. Well, we have lots of brooms. A Scarlet Raid! Hello, Scarlet. How are you? Thanks so much for the raid. How are you doing? What were you playing tonight? Share. We are doing some All the Mods 9, playing with the bees. And then we're going to do some Greg Tech after that. Fantasy Minecraft. Ooh, fun. That sounds cool. I know we have brooms. We just probably don't have any brooms that had the blood tanks added to them because we're not using brooms. So, okay, that is definitely the important part. So now you definitely need to be going to bed. So we will see you tomorrow for your own All the Mods 9 stream. Now I've got to get the right bees out here. I need Draconic and Ancient. I don't have the right bees. I have a diamond bee. Wrong bee. Wrong bee. Diamond bee out. Ancient bee in. You were having the worst luck. No! I hate when that happens. Like doing a boss battle over and over and over again and not getting an alchemy table out of it. That would be District's kind of luck. Okay, so now I gotta remember, the Draconic Bee is going to get the 2 Draconic Dust, and the Ancient Bee is gonna get the flower. So we're gonna do this, and you're gonna come here, and you're gonna get the flower. Flower. Oh, you already have a breeding cooldown. Oh, I might as well just wait here then. Somehow a single villager in your basement caused you to trigger a raid. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a nightmare. Darn those villagers anyway. What troublemakers they can be. Within the first 5 days? Oh goodness, you're not ready for a raid within the first 5 days. Ah, that's terrible. I've been trying to be like super careful because we have a pillager lighthouse right there next to our lighthouse, which is right there. And so every once in a while we get a raiding party from there, and I'll get the bad omen. And I make sure to drink milk before I go home because I don't want the game to see our lighthouse. Isn't that a sick lighthouse? It's amazing. Now, the general shape of the lighthouse is pre-built. We have occupied it and have added the sort of scaffolding on the sides, which are our hopper botany pots. And then we have added the obvious windmill, which is sitting on the top. And then we have our wind generators on a platform way up there in the sky. But Grinch had found this in his solo world of All the Mods 9 before and really liked using it for his base. And so when we started playing this as a group, he said, "Can we find one of these and use it for our base?" And I'm like, "Sure, I don't have a problem with that." Not realizing at the time it looks like a boot. And so we have our helicopter boot lighthouse as our base. And ours is kind of cool. It's got this wizard tower right next to it. And then we have a little island over here off to the side. We're calling it Portal Island. So we have every single one of our portals and our stargates are over there. And so it's basically got every other way of transporting yourself off the island is over there. And then back behind that pillager lighthouse is a woodland mansion that we've taken over. And I have my Gregte and my magic set up over in that. It totally does look like a boot. I mean, with the little tippy toe and everything, yeah, it's very funny how much it looks like a boot. Where are you ready yet? Almost ready. Another minute. So, it is a very cool base. I am enjoying living there so far. And we've gotten a shiny pig, a shiny chicken, 3 llamas, 2 cosmic foxes, and a questing ram for pets. We have a lot of pets. So we're going to have to build his... Oh, and an axolotl named Crystal. Can't forget the axolotl. Axolotl is very important. And the building over there, you can just see the corner of it. That's JC's house. He redeemed his points last week, and so we built him a house in our base. So his house is over there. So we'll see if we put JC's house to work for any purpose or anything in the future. Are you ready yet? Almost ready. This is the downside of the bee breeding, is they have a breeding cooldown and you need the same bee over and over again, and if you only have the one bee, you have to wait. And I am not a patient person. Okay, you're good. Now I have to bring you out, and then you come here. Come here. Why are you not coming here? Draconic dust. I've got draconic dust. Come here. 1, 2. You guys did not make that easy at all. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, good. Now back you, and then back you, and then baby bee, come here. Baby bee, come here. Got it. Okay. Phew. That was stressful. Okay. I gotta put the dragon egg back. Which it goes. I think it was here. Dragon egg goes there. No, I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. I don't think I've set it up in here yet either. Did I? No, I don't think I did. I've got the incubator, which is for the bobbies. Bottler and the gene inducer. No, I'm not. I do not have another breeding chamber. So we're still doing it the old-fashioned way. They're earning it. Oh, I've dated myself with that commercial. Now, there you can see it. Now, I've noticed that the helicopter part is having some issues. And I'm not sure why. But it's definitely having some issues. Okay. That one can be closed. Or, let's see, that's door 3. You should be closed. They still have ghostly in you. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Do we have Aldemodium? Yes. And then there's a quest completed somewhere else. Where? Up here? Alright. Got a quest for the bees up there, which is awesome. Because I figure we can get one of the bees going and use it to get the furnaces and the carrot, which will be great. Alright, so then the second one I can do with the ghostly one. Yes. Assuming I have enough for vibranium. So vibranium B, use your flower is going to be a vibranium block. So do I have enough vibranium? Okay, that one I do not yet, but I think I have more to process, so I think I can get there. Just a moment. You will get there, and then we can put that bee out. I would like to get all 3 of the bees into production before we switch over to Gregte. Then I'll show off got, so this is the add-on for the innkeeper to live in, or not the innkeeper, the lighthouse keeper. So this is the house for the innkeeper to live in. So he's got his chill little living room here. So he can sit here and admire axolotls because, you know, who doesn't love axolotls? Everyone loves axolotls. In fact, when you love axolotls so much, you should have your own axolotl in the basement. That's Crystal. Crystal lives in the basement in her own custom-made tank built by a Kumidori, which is very cute, if a little bit small, which is why she does swim in circles. It is very cute. Grinch and I found that axolotl on our adventures, and I'm like, we have to bring that back for a Kumidori. A Kumidori does love her axolotls, so. And this is where we have the kitchen, and of course, a Kumidori is all about the cooking mods, and so she's been getting all set up so she can make us all kinds of different foods to help us with getting more hearts. So she's got the whole cooking mod set up over here. And then she has a back door to the porch of the lighthouse on the first floor. And then we've got the stairs upstairs to the second floor. You got a nice little window looking out. And then you've got the bedroom. Nothing to see here at all. Nothing to see here at all. But she loves decorating with the McCray Fish's furniture mod. So all sorts of cute little accent pieces and stuff around the house. Among other things, chip mod is also one of her favorites, so she chips everything. And she's got lots of banners, as you can see, hanging everywhere. She's got all sorts of them. We have brought back a lot of different banners. So she has helped herself to many paintings and banners and stuff to decorate the deer painting over there, to decorate the lighthouse keeper's cottage that she has built. So that's sort of her little space in the lighthouse. And then over here we've got some of our create machines, and we've got our thermal machines over here, and our H&N machines, and lots of space to add more. Goodness knows we have a lot of space for adding more. And Grinch's fishing dock, he's got to have a fishing dock. That's like a requirement. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the wind turbine there. Grinch is going to have a look at that. We've got our miner working hard down here. He's almost due for another refresh, dumping all of his stuff into a wormhole. That's the way down to our mob farm and our regular mine. And yes, there are bunnies everywhere. We have a bit of a rabbit infestation. Just a bit. Just a little bit. We've got a bunch of the create machines are down here. We've got I think this is our original blast furnace setup, and we've now upgraded to the one upstairs. This is our create setup, so we've got the rolling machine, the mixer, the bunk on a depot, and bunk on a basin. And then we've got our enchanting area. We've got all the chip tables, because, you know, you can never have too many chip tables. We've got our crafters for the refined storage system. We've got our flux network. And then we've got a player transmitter for wireless power for Grinch, because for some reason the flux network doesn't like him. And then this is the living room, where we have our storage and our RS system. And out here on the patio, we have got our botany pots with lots of inferium going. We've got lots of other mystical ag seeds going over here. We've got some more machines going here. There's the wizard's tower. Lots and lots and lots of stuff going here in the lighthouse. That is our waystone. We've got a balcony looking out over Portal Island over there. It looks really cool when the Stargate goes and is shooting out back towards the lighthouse. It's pretty darn cool. We've got our trophies over here. There's the Alchemist and the Summoner. And then that's our Master of Creation trophy, but the foxes apparently are taking a nap on it, so you can't see it too well. Up here, this is our storage system. So we've got netherite barrels with netherite upgrades in them, and just stuffing bulk storage into these barrels, while our 1-of storage goes into the disk drives downstairs. We've got our easy villagers over here. We've got an auto trading farm here, so we have basically infinite emeralds. I think Grinch has turned the iron farm off for now, because we've got so much iron. But he can pop that back up if he needs to. This is the stuff for silent gear. And then this is the stuff for apotheosis gear. And then we still have room. We can add more stuff up here as needed. This is our steam engine going 1,000,000 miles an hour. This is the redstone heart of the lighthouse. Don't ask me how this works, because this all came pre-equipped in there, except for these, which are the alternators. These are used to put power into our flux network. So we've got 2 for either side, 1 for the red network, 1 for the yellow. And then this takes you up to the very tippy top, which is where our... What is wrong with you? Do you need a reset? Oh, something has gone horribly wrong with the windmill. Right-click the bearing with an empty hand to attach this. Maybe I'm going to leave that off for a bit and let Grinch look at that, because it appears to be very broken. And we'll just let the steam engine take over power for now. Yeah, thinking that's what we're going to do. Sounds good, JC. Yeah, thinking that's what we're going to do, because it be broken. And Grinch may have to, may need to fix that. It looks a little messed up, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm pretty sure, yes, I have raw vibranium ore, and I have the ore hammer. Oh, no, I'm mixing things up. There's that ore hammer. So I should be able to do this. Go ahead and process that. Put that away, and then we can put these in here so those process. And I can throw that back in here. And diamond. I can put these nests away. We're gonna deal with those in the future. Throw the egg away. Draconium dust, put those in there. Dirt can go in there. Poppies will go in there. Okay. Okay. I got 5 nuggets worth, so I only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of these can get put away. And there's that. Sleep quick. Alright. Go put the second bee in process. And we just need 1 more bee. I'm thinking I may not have enough. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough of the unobtainium yet to do a block. I'll have to look. Ideally, I would get all 3 of them going so we could just have that passively generating combs for us. So that would be absolute awesome sauce. Okay, so I'm going to put you in there, and we're going to release you in here. Oops. Vibranium bee, where did you go? I don't know why you're going into the soul sand. Breeding items, 4 unobtainium ingots. What? Okay. Hopefully they're going to get along. Hopefully. Okay, so this one I now have. So we can put those in there. Add the flux dust in there. Okay, so we're going to let him run for a little bit. Now, the unobtainium bee, I have to take my aldemodium bee and my vibranium bee and put them together. And this is where things are going to get tricky. So I need 4 vibranium ingots on you. And I need 4 unobtainium ingots on you to make you. And then I need 9 ingots to make a block. So that's 9 plus 4. I need 13 ingots of unobtainium. Okay, so the question is, how much do I have? I have 2. And I have 2 ore. Alright. I think I have the unobtainium. Raw unobtainium is sitting there waiting for processing still. So we double that with the ore hammer again. Let's see what happened. Oh, that is very broken. Oh dear. Now, on the plus side, the wind turbine has been replaced essentially with our steam engine. That's more of a backup, but that is very disconcerting. We'll definitely have to have Grinch take a look. Okay, what do I have in here? Oop, not there. Here. I've got 3 ingots there, and I have 48 unobtainium ore. Oh, I'm right as rain. I'm right as rain, because I can use you with you, and then do that, because that's 11. That's 13. Let's just make a little bit more. That's 21. That's 23. Let's do that. And then put our hammer away. Let's go ahead and put that unobtainium ore there. And we'll put the raw ore back for now. And break that in half so it can cook. And I gained another egg. Egg. Okay. I need to drop that bee off too. So once Vibranium Bee grows up and I have finished the quest, I can collect those 2 bees and breed them. Now, Greg mentioned a breeding chamber. Breeding chamber. That uses the Bobby upgrade. That's not what I have in the other room, in the office there, is it? I don't think it is. Is that the block I have in that chamber and I'm just not using it? Which is entirely possible. No, it's a Bobby incubator. Okay, so let's take a look at that. I need 4 honeycomb blocks. I have made enough honeycomb to accomplish that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you. Do I not have... I do not. Okay, I'll make another upgrade. Now, there is Bobby upgrade. So then, breeding chamber. Okay, so let's set that up there. Oh, so this needs energy. Put empty bee cages in here. Remove and put back a cage to change output. And this must be where you put what you need to breed them with. It just requires power. Okay. Give me that. And give me my solar panel. No, dude. Really? No. Really don't need you. let's put you here. And then we can put you here. That charges that up. And we will give that a try for this next one because it is a little more complicated. There is our vibranium comb. That is boom, boom, boom. Put those in there. Oh, a beacon. Nice. And we can hit, okay, so then here, I'm going to need one of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, put the rest of those away. And then we need the vibranium, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're good there. So really, the only thing we need now is... Okay, so you are now an adult, but you are... a child. So we have to wait for our vibranium... Oh, Ghostly Bee, you scared me. Hey, Ghostly Bee, I think I can put you away now. So, let's just add you to that chest. That way we don't have to worry about you and vibranium having any fights. Alright. So... let's just put a torch down here. Okay. And you're all nice and healthy now, which is great. Alright. So now we just have to wait for Vibranium Bee to get up to being an adult, and then we can breed them, and we have... Really, dude. Awesome sauce. Hi, Prompt, how are you doing? I could make a joke about Prompt being late, but... Did you come over with Scarlet? Because I'm guessing you did. Because, yes, Scarlet did come over in a raid. Alright, so we're going to put these things in here. And give our little bee buddy... that bee needs to get put away too. Give our little bee buddy some time to grow up. And then we will breed them for our final of the Aldemodium bees. And then that will be one cha-ching off of our to-do list, which is great. And I still have all of these other bees here to breed up, and these to convert, and these to find. So there's a ton of bee work left to do. But I'll probably work on that tomorrow while District is doing his All the Mods stream. So much to do. This mod pack is absolutely flippin' huge. But that's okay. It just means there is a lot to do. So we will shift our perspective from the lighthouse with the broken windmill to the woodland mansion and do a little work with which backpack did I put my shield into? my shield is missing. Where did I put it? There it is. Doot, doot. I noticed my hearts didn't look right. I'm like, where's my shield? There it is. Okay. Up we go, and then over we go, and to the Woodland Mansion. And boop, in we go. Okay, so for perspective, this is where our lighthouse base is. This is where the Pillager Lighthouse is. And we are farther south over in this area. And when Grinch was running around trying to find his ideal lighthouse, he just happened to stumble on a woodland mansion. And we're like, let's claim that. Because, needless to say, it gives us a lot of available space in a pre-made building, perfect for adding to our base. So, on this side of the base, I've been putting a lot of sort of technical things. We've got Gregte, we've got... Dude. Really? I've got a little Ender IO set up over here. I've got my Theurgy set up in here. And then we have our Forbidden and Arcana set up here. If we keep running around the perimeter here, then we get into Occultism, which curves around here. And this particular Occultism ritual circle is the 15 by 15 all-in-one fantastic circle. So this particular one is all-encompassing and will be allowing us to do any ritual we want in this circle. I don't have to build any more ritual circles. I can do everything in this one, which is great. It's going to save us so many resources. I'm loving that. And space, because occultism takes up a ton of space. When you think about all the different circles you have to build, having that one is amazing. And Prompt, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Then here we have our Ars Nouveau area, and then we have back to the front door, and then up to the second floor, which we just got started on this the other day. We got up to the second floor, and this is where we started MV. And that is where we sort of left off. And I did a little reading, tried to figure out, okay, how do we progress from here now that we've made that jump from LV to MV? How does this work? So, my understanding, and hopefully I didn't misunderstand this, I'm hoping I didn't, is that basically all of the, a bunch of these machines are basically the same machine we've already made, but they're the advanced version because you're going from LV to MV. So what we're basically doing is replacing this machine with an advanced machine, which is going to go upstairs. And then what we can do is take the patterns, which are here, and move them upstairs with a new MV-defined recipe. So we have to be a little methodical. Hey, Pokemon, how you doing? We have to be kind of methodical about how we do this so that we don't end up with an LV recipe in an MV machine. I don't think it's going to work properly. And then we have to make sure that we have the circuit settings correct as we have an LV, MV machine. All these things need to match up correctly. And what we can do is if we set up the arc furnace first, we can then take the basic machine offline, throw it in the arc furnace, recycle it, and get ingots back that we can then recycle it basically, and put those components back into the system and use those for future crafting. So some of these things I don't know if we're ever going to take offline. If this is always going to be how we make like our rubber and the red alloy ingots or some of these things, if this is always going to be how we do it, or if we're going to be upgrading these machines as well, I don't know. So that's going to be how we explore our way through this chapter. I know at the end we need to get to here where we're making an advanced integrated circuit. And there's one aspect of this that we do not have automated, because I could not figure out how to automate solids and fluids through the RS system into our electronic blast furnace. So if we're making anything in the electronic blast furnace, I have to bring the fluid component over here in buckets manually. So that part kind of sucks. But so far, that's the only thing I've run into that I have not been able to absolutely automate through the RS system, except for anything also that uses the tools. So things that are using these various tools do not work properly in RS, which again really sucks. Um, so I have to do a bunch of crafting manually, batch craft, etc., so that things will work. And so that's been a little bit of a drawback and a little bit annoying. So my understanding is that AE2 works better, but of course we've already committed to using refined storage in this playthrough. So at this point I'm like, okay, I'm stuck with what I'm doing. Let's just keep moving forward. So that being said, I've determined the first thing we need to start with is this arc furnace, because the arc furnace will let us recycle our old machines as we go. And I think that'll be cleaner because as we remove the machines here, we can take the crafters down and move them upstairs to the new MV unit. And then we won't have LV and MV machines of the same type. So that's my game plan. We'll see if that actually works. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. The Greg Tech is challenging and it's fun, but at some points it does blow my brain a little bit. So I can see why District and Squishy really like it, because it really does make you think, and it's not the same Britannia or the same uh, you know same thing we do over and over and over again. I mean, this really does make you think. So hopefully we'll be able to figure it out. So let's see how it goes. So let us start with, what does an arc furnace look like when it's at home? So an arc furnace, and we're looking at an advanced arc furnace, because that is the MV version we're looking at. We're going to need an MV machine hull, some aluminum plates, 4X copper cable, the MV circus, those we should already have, and then graphite dust, which I believe we made that last time. Okay, how many of these did I start last time? I just don't remember. Let's see, there's the good electronic circuit. And there's the MV machine hull. Again, my patterns are invisible here and I don't know why. It's very annoying. It looks like I'm actually due for another crafter. So let's get another crafter up and running here. And we'll start there. Imagine that. People of the same community showing up in the same place. So funny. All right, put that there. Gets that online. And actually, let's do this because this is part of the new MV. I'm going to move this one over here. Still invisible, but at least I'll know it's there. Okay, so arc furnace MV, and we'll do a recipe for that. And we're going to put that recipe right here. And of course, it's invisible. For whatever reason, it's invisible. All right, so if I want to do an arc furnace, we are missing MV machine casing, which I haven't done yet. We're missing the graphite dust. We are missing silver wire, a wrought iron ingot, and copper cables. Okay, so I should be able to do a pattern for you that does this. And let's put that one here. Now see, that one shows up because I already have a pattern in the crafters at the home base for the wrought iron ingot, wrought iron nugget. So that one should now be taken care of. Okay. So that takes care of that one. Then we need a recipe for the MV machine casing. Alright, so let's see, MV machine casing. So this one, alright, so here's where we're going to run into trouble. I can't automate this MV machine casing because it uses one of the Gregte tools. So what I need to do is make a whole bunch of these so they're already in the system, bulk craft them manually. So I need a bunch of aluminum plates and I'm going to use the wrench with them. So we're going to grab the wrench and then, no, not use the wrench. What do I have for aluminum plates? I have 132. So let's go ahead and do this and make 8. No, let's just make 10. 10's a nice even round number to start, and we'll put them in the system. Okay, that is the first 2 items done. Now we need 4x copper cable. So let's see, what is a 4x copper cable? This one. Okay, so this one's going to be made in an assembler, which I need the one that's going to be made in a basic assembler because that's the only one I have right now. And it's going to be the one made with regular liquid rubber because that's all I have access to. So it's going to be this one. So it's going to be liquid rubber with 4x copper wire to insulate it. So it's going to be this recipe here. And this is going to go into a regular assembler. So this one. Ooh, which is currently full. Okay, that's fine. That one is specific for making the output bus for the electronic blast furnace. So we can probably take that one out and put my new one in. All right, so now I've just changed my problem to be the 4x copper wire. Okay, so 4x copper wire. So now this one. So this is either going to be the 2x copper wire Okay, so I can make it in the wire mill. 2 ingots set to 4. Okay, so if I do this, and I go down to the wire mill, I have to find out where the wire mill is. That's down, no, here. Wire mill, here. Put it in there, and then I make sure this is set to 4. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Next. Okay, so now we have silver wire. 1x silver wire HV. Oh, interesting. Okay. Silver 1x silver wire. So this one. Okay. So the extruder uses a mold. The wire mill uses a 1, but I just said I needed it at 4. The extruder uses a wire mold, or I could just make a bunch with silver plates and my wire cutters. Do I have silver plates? I do. How many did I need? I need 14. So let's just get our wire cutters. And we'll just go ahead and make 24 of these. And put them in the system, and that one is done. Okay, so that leaves graphite dust. Wasn't that something I made last level? No, that was arsenic dust. Never mind. Okay, so graphite dust, graphite dust. So graphite dust. Okay, so we can get that from smelting graphite ore. So easy thing to do, hopefully, will be smelting some graphite ore. Perfect. So we'll just put that in there. And then I'm going to do graphite dust here. And we're going to go smelting here, here, and then this one here. That should take care of that one. Okay, so then that should be everything. Go. Cancel that one. Cancel that one. All right, let's see how we're going here. Oh, no. Do you not import out the side? Apparently, do you not import out the side? Okay. Hang on. Will you import out the back? No, you're taking the fuel out. I don't want that. Well, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Let's refill you with planks. And now this is set to whitelist the graphite dust. So that should work in the future, hopefully. If I give you the graphite dust now, will you work? No, you're stuck looking for the graphite dust. Okay. We'll just put another graphite ore in. Oh, you don't import out the front either? Oh, well, this is problematic. You're not importing out the... Well, which side do I have the importer on at the home base? I have it on the bottom. Well, snap. Well, Okay. Okay, no, we can... Okay, no, we can fix this. We'll just take that out of there, and we're going to take that out. That, whoopsie. Someone got a little anxious on your importer deletion. Okay, so this crafter is garbage. And, okay. That pickaxe is too gun happy. There. Okay. Everything is connected again. I can put this recipe in. Here. Thank you. Okay. That makes it a little more complicated because I have to run home to add things that are dusts, but we will make it work. Um, okay, that's strange. It says the craft is done. But where's my item? Oh, I must have canceled it instead of finished it. Pfft. Dodo head me. Okay. Here is our arc furnace. So this one is important. Like, really pretty darn important. I think, though, the electrolyzer, I might want to be the one that puts, like, right on top. I'm not sure. We can always rearrange later if we need to. Oh, and I got a good electronic circuit as a reward. That is good for us. Oh, that's very, very good for us. Okay. And I think we've established that the wire, if we use the (4x) copper wire, it's MV, max amperage of 4. And we look down here. I'm thinking this, I think, is going to be the wire we're going to want to use to run our machines with. We use tin downstairs. I think for now we're going to use copper just because I have more copper available. I think that's going to be easier for me to work with. I'm going to dump that off. And then the other thing we need to do. So we brought power upstairs. We did not bring a connection to the RS system upstairs. So I need to climb like this. And then use my cable and go like that. That at least gets me a line up from the refined storage system to the second floor. I had forgotten to do that. Okay. Oh. This is taking a while to get insulated copper wire because of the rubber. Which is strange because I have it set up to keep the rubber on hand. Something must be wrong with that function. It must not be working properly. Oh, yeah. We totally took over a woodland mansion. It was right here. I mean, lighthouse space, woodland mansion. It was like so conveniently located. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take that. And it gives us so much predefined space for doing stuff. I'm like, this is perfect. Okay, so let's just start with 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us the wire going this way. Now, the way we have it set up downstairs. Now, the way I set it up downstairs, I had a wire going across and then a wire going up into each machine. Do I have to do it that way again, or is this can I get a connection as is on this wire without me having to put another wire in place? Because that would be great. So if I put that, wire cutters for connection, right? So can I do... Perfect! Oh, look at that. See, that's the part I missed when I was doing the LV downstairs. I was trying to use the wrench to set connections instead of the wire cutters. Yeah. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put that on top. And then we're going to grab this and flip it upside down. And then I'm going to see, oops, wrong one. I've got a little more cable, but not a lot. So let's go ahead and make another stack of cable. Then that's going to run right across the top. One more. Perfect. And then the importer can go here. And then I do that. Okay. So now if this sets up similar to this, I do that. Okay, so this has configurator slots as well. And I have that set to allow. Okay, so arc furnace is ready to go. So the next thing it wants me to do is make an annealed copper ingot. A copper ingot and 63 millibuckets of oxygen in your arc furnace will make an annealed copper ingot. Okay, so now for now, I have to keep using my oxygen from the electrolyzer down here. So let's see, an annealed copper ingot, So that's here. And I'm looking for an arc furnace, that's immersive. Arc furnace Gregte. And I'm looking for an MV fee. So I can either use a block of copper or a copper ingot. Let's do this one. So this one. And if I click on here, I can say alternatives, and I can click all of these. Apply here. All right. For some reason, my game was having trouble recognizing the oxygen. So we'll see if that works. Okay, so I want one annealed copper ingot. Okay. Annealed, one copper ingot. Now see, now it's saying it's hydrogen gas. I don't want hydrogen gas. I want oxygen. See, now I can fix this before by putting a bucket in because it was an entire bucket. I don't know how I'm going to fix this one because it's only 63 millibuckets. Alright, let me try this. Let's turn those off so it's only that. Apply. Let's try that one. And here. As if I look in the system in my fluid grid, I've got 3,000 millibuckets of oxygen gas total. So I should be able to do this craft, no problem. All right, start. Oh, it went. Yes. Boom. 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 Okay. Resistors revisited. Still crafting resistors in a crafting grid. Take that annealed copper, turn it into fine wire, then add a little glue and carbon to make 4 resistors at once in your assembler. Talk about a recipe upgrade. Okay, so I'm going to make 4 fine annealed copper wire in the wire mill. So the annealed copper ingot on setting 3 makes this. Okay, so I'm going to go there. Okay. I definitely need to get an elevator put in here because the up-down is going to get tiring very quickly. So let's actually go ahead and why don't we put an elevator? I don't want to put it in the room. Maybe I'll put it like right here. That should work. Let's do that. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. Let's make. Hello. Hello. Elevator. Let's see. What color should Gregte be? Oh, you know what? I can disguise it like gray carpet, so it won't matter what color it is. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so let's do. No, no, don't use that pickaxe. That's bad. Okay, so then use the. Where's my other pickaxe? There, that one. That one's safe to use. Safer to use. We'll say it that way. Okay, so do that, and then if I do this, how do I add the camouflage? Okay, that is weird. I put the carpet on it and it actually sunk in a block. Okay, bizarre. Okay, so this is at, make sure I get the blocks right here. It is at 4791. 4791, 4791, 4791, 4791, 4791, 4791, 4791, 4791. Yep, that corner. Let's do that. Interesting. Wonder why it does that. Is it just the... Okay, so if I camouflage it with cobblestone... No, it does not like the gray carpet. That's fine. I at least have not... Now I don't have to go up and down the stairs anymore. This is a good thing. Now we just have to run to the corner and go down. Much better. All right, let me put that in there and put these bolts in there. Okay, so now the recipe was for fine anneal wire. Fine anneal wire here in the wire mill. I can get 8 of them with 1 ingot on setting 3 here. Setting 3 in the wire mill. Wire mill is here, here, setting 3. Okay, then we're going to do wire here, 8, start. And here they come. 8 of those. 8 of those. That takes care of that one. That gets me resistors. So those are basic resistors. Okay, I'll put those in there. Okay, so that is one component needed for the advanced integrity circuit. I have one down. All right, so the next one down is the assembler. So that's the machine we were actually just using, and it says it'll give us cheaper circuits. I know this is an LV machine in the MV age, but trust me, it is worth the MV circuits it takes to craft this. Basic circuit assembler. Circuits become cheaper to craft with the circuit assembler, and you will need a lot of circuits. Okay, so this is actually an LV machine. So we're going to make this machine for the lower level, but it's going to help us for making machines on the second level. Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, so basic circuit assembler. Oh, goodness gracious. What on earth is that? That is a lot of stuff. Okay, so, let's take that one out and put that one in and move that to here. Basic circuit assembler. Okay. How bad is this one? Okay, well that's not as bad as it could have been. Okay, quartzite. I have nether quartzite ore, so I bet that one. I just need to get my quartzite ore. If I do use and perfect. Okay, so let us make a recipe for that one for quartzite and the little crystals here and smelting, and that is nether quartzite ore here, and then I'm going to put that in the system, and then I do need to run back to the lighthouse to put it into the crafter there. Because I haven't put a pattern manager in the other side yet. Probably need to do that if we're going to be using the machine over there, huh? Oh, and that's full. Okay. So, basic circuit assembler next. Okay, so now we've got brass rod. Oh, the LV machine casing. That one is one we do by hand. That is steel plates with the wrench. And since we are hopefully leaving this age, I'm only going to make one. Dang it, I did it again. Put that away, put that away, put that away, put that away. I put the carpet away. Okay. That knocks that one out. Now, the small steel gear is another one I have to make. Small steel gear, because it uses wire cutter and hammer. So I need to grab my hammer, and I've got the wire cutter. So I do small steel gear here, here, hammer on that side, wire cutter on that side, makes a small steel gear. Do that, do that, do that. Okay, that leaves us with a brass rod. All right, so brass rod. Which is this one. So it looks like the best way to do it is a file on a brass ingot. So do we have brass ingots? We do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many of these we're going to need, so let's just make a few. Here, oops. Here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And drop the file off. Put those in the system. Basic, circuit, assembler. Go. Oh, I'm going to take advantage of this machine crafting to stretch. I've been playing Minecraft all day, and I've been having a really good time of it, but boy, my back is a little tired of sitting all day. Not gonna lie. Time to do like a 2-minute yoga stretch and just move around a little. Oh, and look, we're going to have an ad break in a minute. Perfect timing while we wait for this to craft. What is it running into? Why are we having trouble on the rubber ingots? Oh, have we run out of power over here? I bet that's it. I bet that's it. Yep, that's it. Doof. That be my bad. I am not used to steam power at all. And so these are still burning off charcoal. Totally need to get these base materials off of steam power and onto electrical power. Big time. Because, you know, I've got 42 million RF sitting here. I should put it to use. Really, need to put it to good use. But these base machines are all steam powered, so yeah. Alright. May take a hot minute to get these going again. There they're going. Oh, good grief. I could probably cancel that one. Oh, it's just going to start another one, but... Oh, that one's going to need so many. don't have any tech acceleration either. Fun. Let's see. What do we have here? A monocrystalline silicon boule. Boule? Whatever. 32 silicon dust and a small pile of gallium arsenide dust on program 2 will make you one of these. It might be worth making a new electronic blast furnace, one just for program 1 recipes. Oh, are you kidding me? Do you know how much it took to get this one going up and running? That one doesn't have... I gotta remind myself here. This one does not have... This one does not have a code on it. Oh my gosh. I mean, I have room for another one, so that's not a problem. It might be worth making a new EBF, one just for program 1 recipes. Well, this is a program 2 recipe, though. Does that mean over here I'm going to have a program 1 recipe? Am I going to have one for program 0 or nothing, one for program 1, and one for program 2? Am I going to have 3 of these things? I mean, I think I have room for 3. Man, I spaced this room out perfect. Okay, how about this? Use a mortar on some coal to get coal dust. Put your coal dust through the centrifuge to get carbon dust. Use that centrifuge again with glass dust this time to get silicon dioxide dust. Okay, so that one's open. I can do that one while we're waiting. So I've got a mortar. And they want me to use a mortar on coal. So, coal. So let's go mortar with coal. Mortar and coal. Interesting. Coal on top of the mortar. Okay. Coal on top of the mortar. There we go. So there's coal dust. Okay. So then put the coal dust through the centrifuge to get carbon dust. Alright, so I'm going to put the coal dust in here. And then, is that behind... Okay, that is not behind an advanced centrifuge. So I can do it through my regular centrifuge. So we need carbon dust. Here. And we're looking for centrifuge. Thermal centrifuge? Must be that one. Thermal centrifuge. Well, no. Centrifuge, there it is. Okay. Centrifuge. We need to find the regular coal dust. Coal dust. LV to make carbon dust. Perfect. Okay. So that, I'm out of patterns. Here. Okay, so this is now the basic, not the thermal centrifuge, the regular centrifuge. This one. Okay, so this one. Okay, so carbon dust. Okay, so then use that centrifuge again with glass dust this time to get silicon dioxide dust. Okay, so then I'm going to do silicon dioxide dust here and centrifuge. And we need to find the one that's got glass dust. Wait. Glass dust to make silicon dioxide dust here. Here. That goes to the centrifuge again. Here. And glass dust gets made over this way. So let's make carbon dust and let's make one of you. And there's that. And then we want the silicon dioxide dust, make one of you. I can hear the machine run. Alright, so there is that and that and that and that. So that piece works great. So that's going to lead us to hot silicon hot potato. Oh, this sounds fun, doesn't it? Which is at the, so this is the side piece that goes into the advanced chemical bath. Okay. How is our circuit assembler going? Not, oh, it's in process. It's working on his rubber now. That's good. Okay. I should probably work on the advanced electrolyzer next then, because oxygen is such an important part. Electrolyzer. And we want the advanced electrolyzer, which is going to be you. And that's going to be here, here. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, here. And we're going to say electrolyzer. Oh, that's a good point. I can take the recipe out for the basic electrolyzer. And that will make room for more recipes. Good thinking. Alright, so you go in there. And now we have the electrolyzer. There is the advanced. Oh, this is great. The only thing we're missing is more of the silver wires. And that was one we made by hand. And we're just going to take the other 24, and that was with the wire cutters. Interesting, we're using HV wires in making the MV machines. Okay, put that in there. And then do I have the silver plates? Yes, let's go ahead and make another stack of those. Make the plates now before we need them. Then we're in good shape, right? And you're stuck again. Why are you stuck again? Okay, you're going as fast as you can. electrolyzer here. Okay, so you're gonna get stuck on the rubber just like everybody else. So there's 2. Alright, so now we've got this one and we have this one stuck on the rubber. So now we have the advanced mixer. So we got advanced mixer, which is this one. So that is here. So we're going to put that one here. And then we need to find the old mixer. Basic mixer. That out. That in there. Mixer. How bad is this one? Ooh, this one's very bad. How are we out of iron nuggets? Seriously. How do we not have a pattern already for making iron nuggets? I have questions. I have many questions. Okay. So let's put that in there. So that's the easy one. Okay, then we're going to need more of the silver wire. And we're going to need the red alloy wire. Ooh, that seems to me to be complicated. I think that will be complicated. Okay, so let's do 16 of those. We have a lot of iron in general. We just never put a pattern in to change the iron down to nuggets. Which, I have taken care of that now, but I'm like surprised it took this long for me to do that one. That one struck me as funny. And oh dang it, now I put my wire cutters in the machine. Come back. Thank you. Okay. So now that one is done. Next. Okay. So I need 5 red alloy wires. So that should be the red alloy plates. Red alloy plates. Can I do 5 of you? Oh, you're probably gonna be messy. We'll see how long that takes for it to craft. Oh, they're coming through. Okay, so that one's in process. Okay, a bronze rotor. Ooh, okay, that's actually a new one. I have not seen a bronze rotor before. I've done a tin rotor, not a bronze one. Bronze rotor's not spelled that way. Bronze rotor. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna need to make a bronze ring, a bronze rod. Okay, I'm gonna need to grab the saw and the file, because we're gonna need them for this. Okay, bronze rotor. Here, here, here. Oh, dang it. Here, here, here. Here. Take the file and do 1, 2. Then do here, 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 and do a hammer. No, not put the hammer in the system. Gosh darn it. Give me my hammer back. Hammer. There's the bronze ring. Then I do a hammer with a saw. That makes the bolts. Then I do this with the file that makes the screw. See, I have made a bunch of these, but in tin, so I do remember bits of it. Bronze rotor. Alright, so now I have to remember. It's hammer, file, screwdriver. Yeah. Bronze rotor. It is hammer, file, screwdriver, bronze rotor. Do that, put that away, put that away. Okay, that is the bronze rotor. How are we doing now? Oop. The basic circuit just got done. Yep. Basic circuit assembler. Alright, so this is gonna get put where? Alright, so we're gonna put this one here. Actually, should be able to put it here. And then put that there, get my wire cutters, and do that. Lovely. And then I can get a crafter here. That's going to go on top. Goes here. And this goes boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then we're going to get our cable. And this is going to go over, down. And then we're going to get an, actually, wait. Do I have an importer in here? I do. Okay, so an importer here. And then this is going to go here. Allow that. Perfect. Okay, so then this, an MV machine casing. Perfect. We'll take that. Alright, so that is set up. That is the second installment of what we need for an advanced integrated circuit. Lovely. And how is our mixer coming? It is still going. Okay. We are working on the electrolyzer. Electrolyzer. I am missing. All I'm missing now are the red alloy wires. Which I have two. Which it's that and these give me two. Need three more. you're trying to make copper wires. Copper wires. Did I change the setting? Which copper wire is it? It's the, dang it, 1x copper wire. 1x copper wire, and the wire mill is setting 1. If I go to the wire mill, it's on setting 3. Alright, so I changed it to setting 1. I go to the mixer and I hit cancel. And then I go to the mixer and I say try again. And now you're saying you can't do the MV electric motor. Oh, not the mixer, the electrolyzer. Okay, try that. I think I had a mistake on the wires. The mixer is the one I'm working on now. And I don't have red alloy wire, and I need an MV electric motor. So what is an MV electric motor? Here. Ooh. That looks like a piece of work. MV electric motor. Okay, so mixer. Here. Okay, so now I need a magnetic steel rod. Okay, come down here and I say I need a magnetic steel rod here and a polarizer. Did I have a polarizer? No. Hang on. Oh, advanced polarizer. Use. Oh, it's the only recipe is in a polarizer. So I must have been able to make an iron one without the polarizer. Low voltage. Oxygen line extractor. Solidifier, wire mill. There isn't a quest for the polarizer. Solidifier, passage of oxygen line, bender, lath, wire mill. Okay. So I don't have a polarizer for doing that piece. So rather than settle for making a low level, I should probably come back and do this advanced polarizer and just go for the better machine. To me, that makes the most sense. Advanced polarizer. Here, here, here. Put that in here. Oh, wait. That goes in there. Okay, so how are we doing on the... Oh, everything's done. Okay, so I need the red alloy here. So I can do this and this and put that in there. So my electrolyzer's done. Okay, there's going to be some work involved in installing this. This machine is very useful for acquiring chromium dust, which we'll need to make stainless steel dust and vanadium steel dust. You could chain process redstone dust for ruby dust to then electrolyze for chromium dust. Oh, interesting. Wonder if we're going to want more than one of these then. Does it make sense to leave our basic electrolyzer in place for oxygen production and use the advanced one for this new, for the chromium? And yeah, that may make sense actually. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So then the mixer should now... No, the mixer, I still need the magnetic steel rod, which is why we need the polarizer. Polarizer, which is this one, which is missing 2x copper wire. Okay, so I need a recipe for 2x copper wire, which is here, and that's going to be in the wire mill. And this is going to be setting number 2. I wonder if it makes sense to have a whole, like, batch of wire mills. Oop, not that one. That one. For all the different settings. I say again. Polarizer. So, polarizer, start. Okay. While that one's thinking, we'll come up here and we will install our electrolyzer. So we're going to put this next to you. And we're going to use the wire cutters down here to connect you to power. Then we're going to come up here to get a crafter. Oh, I can tell I'm getting tired. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I'm going to use my hammer to rotate it so it's pointing down. And then I need my importer. Okay, that's going to go in the front. Then we're going to go into the machine, update the settings. We're good there. Okay, so that is good to go. Alright, so now we've got the... Oh no, I mixed up the copper wire again while I was doing... No, that was right. Because the copper wire... Oh, but copper cable needs to be something different, I bet. Because the copper wire has to be 1. No, because copper cable goes into the assembler. Oh no, it's 1x copper cable. No, that's still the assembler. Which would be here. And that is currently set to 1. Which copper cable 1. Copper cable with liquid rubber doesn't have a setting. Does that mean this needs to be set to none? Copper wire 1. The wire mill is setting 1. Yeah, setting 1. And I look at the wire mill. Oh, it's setting 2. We might have to set multiples of these machines up. Okay, so this is for the polarizer. Some pieces need a 1, and some pieces need a 2, and some pieces need a 3, and some pieces need a 4. Polarizer. Okay, so here... Oh, an MV electric piston. That's a good reward. Yes, please. Elevator, elevator. Okay, wire cutters to set the power. Got power. Crafter. 1, yes. Oh. I don't know if I'm gonna go as late as I have been. But we can go check on our bees. And I bet we'll be able to get our bees taken care of now because our little baby bee will have grown up. And that will be a great way to wrap up our stream for today, is to wrap up those ATM bees. There's that. Do that. And then my pattern for this goes up there. So now we should be able to make whatever, what's one was next. Now was the mixer, but I need to make the steel rods separately. So that I can get the quest reward. So there. There. And then mixer isn't spelled that way. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of wire. Oh, we're gonna have to go back and make circuit boards. We have run out of our circuits. Ugh. Okay, this is gonna be a test of the system. This is gonna be a test of the system. Go. We'll see if we can make the mixer. See if it succeeds or fails. We will see. We will see. Oh, wait. I should leave the Greg Tech Tools here. That goes there. That goes there. These go there. That goes there, so I stop using it, breaking things I shouldn't. Okay. Let us go check on our bees. Lighthouse. Let's go catch a nap. Oh, Potok snuck on the server. I totally missed that. Okay. Why did I put those away? I'm gonna need them to get my 2 bees out. Alright, not you. Yes, you. Okay, so you, I need a stick. Stick. Where's my stick? Oh my gosh. Stick. Stick. Hello? Hello? You only come out at night. Thank you. Bee? Okay. I got 1 bee. The other bee is nocturnal. So I have to wait for nighttime for him to come out. Because of course I do. Alright, so there's 4 ingots of you. There's 4 ingots of you. And there's the block of you. And we're looking at... Oops. We're looking at the unobtainium bee. Darn it, if I'd been paying attention, I wouldn't have slept until I came and got the first bee. Durr! Alright. What troublemakers are hanging out back here? Do I have more pillagers hanging out back here? I didn't have my sword in my hand. That was dumb. Oh my gosh. Pardon me while I light that cave up a little smidge. Silly, silly bad guys. Grinch, the windmill on top of the lighthouse is broken. I turned it off because it was stuck and just like doing like crazy jerky movements and stuff. And like I didn't want it to cause lag because it was acting so odd. You can see on my screen what it's doing because even though I turned it off, it's still doing it. So I don't know what it's doing, but it's not happy. Well, pooey. No, I do not need you poisoning me. Go away. Okay. Say I can. You know, it's having trouble with the copper cables. A machine doesn't accept item. Now, that's probably because it's backed up. Maybe. Okay, I have to go get my other bee at night. So let's go look at what's happening here. One X copper cable. Machine does not accept item. contacts, copper. We've got wood pulp and glue going into the basic assembler. That's to make the circuit boards. No, not recipe. Use in the assembler. This should be programming circuit 1. So this should be 1. See, now if I change the circuit, it will start working again. Okay, so you're moving again. Ooh. Where am I making that at? Oh! Yeah, that's... I'm guessing it could be. Something in the ingot isn't processing. Copper and nickel ingot here. Vent to the south. Oh, you shouldn't need to make any ingots, you already have them. Why are you processing ingots when you already have ingots? Oh, that's not good. Are you talking the, Oh. Well, that doesn't make sense. Is it because the wind turbine broke? Alright. No, a stick. Mr. B. Okay, now we have our bees. Alright, so now we can try out this thing that Greg talked about. So we've got the vibranium cage and the alvamadium cage. The unobtainium goes here, and the vibranium goes here. And then a bee cage to hold the new bee goes here. And it runs off electrical power, and I charged it with a solar panel. That's certainly easier than chasing the bees around the room. Not gonna lie. Excellent. Thank you, sir. You had to restart the boilers. Okay, so now the question is going to be, is that something broke in the update and now that you've fixed it, they'll be fine going forward? Or is it something that's going to have to be restarted daily? Or we're going to definitely have to monitor that for a day or two? Oh, there goes the power. It should be good to go continuously. Yeah, unless there's something in the update that breaks it every day on reset or something. Okay, so let's do that. That should provide it power again now that it's daylight and keep it going. Perfecto. We have our mixer yet? No. Alright, watching that is not going to make it go faster. So we have it in progress. We'll come back in a little bit. We should have our unobtainium B. Oh, wow. Okay. It Hopefully that's just a visual glitch. It looks like there's like 8 blades going. It looks really weird. How are we doing here? Oh! Interesting. Oh, I got more cables there. Where is my goggles? So this is showing that it is moderately stressed. It's running at full speed. Ah, it's probably a carryover from when it was goofed up before, would be my guess. Alright, so where are those wires? 2x Cupro wires. 2x Cupro wires. So these are being processed in the wire mill are level 2. If I go to the wire mill and I change this to a 2, so the assembler, I can change the circuit settings and it will work. The wire mill, I can't. So I need to cancel the mixer and start it over again. I think that's what we're going to have to do, is we're going to have to split all those patterns up by their category of the circuits. Which, as we start removing machines, that won't be a problem. Alright, so that's going to go there. Oh, I left the wire cutters downstairs. Wire cutters. Upstairs. Connection. And then we're going to do a crafter. That goes on top. And rotate that around. And then we need an importer. And that goes on there. Come in here, set the settings, boom, boom. Now the mixer, oops, go down here. Quest completed, medium voltage age. Okay. Not sure what that was for, but machine hull. Good, good quest reward. Okay, so the electrolyzer, I think we're going to leave the one downstairs and have it be our oxygen producer, and then we can have new recipes up here. The polarizer is a new machine. The arc furnace is a new machine. The mixer is the first machine that we had a basic one down here that we're going to want to take the two recipes down here, convert them to advanced versions, move them upstairs, and then take the mixer and recycle it and move the crafter out. So that will be on our to-do list for tomorrow. Now, we should have our bees done by now, I hope. Hope. I want to get done at a reasonable time so that I can get up in the morning for district stream without missing too much. I ended up sleeping in this morning and I missed the first hour and a half or so of District's Neotech adventure, which, considering it's got a bunch of Gregte stuff in there, it would be helpful for me to be paying attention to these things. Okay, so here we go. We have our unobtainium bee, and now I get my other two bees back. Yeah, that works really slick. Appreciate the tip on that one, Greg. That is very nice. Alright, so now the question is, where do we put the unobtainium bee? I think we can probably take our iron bee out. Okay, Mr. Iron Bee, I think you do not need to be partying like it's 1999. So we're going to put the unobtainium block in here. Let's put that. We've got a light down there. We don't need one up there. Okay, so then we'll have our, no, not our vibranium bee. Our unobtainium bee goes in here. And then our, get the right bee in the right place. All the modium bee goes here. And vibranium bee goes there. Okay, so now I should be able to get some additional chests, and we'll just expand these. Just the ones that are not being piped into the system. And then iron bee can go in there. Iron block can go in there. Oh, so the update broke travelers' backpacks. So I now have this yellow backpack is my bee backpack, and this white backpack is my tool backpack. And I put a tank in it so I can still carry around my supply of water like I had before. So just in case I couldn't risk my bee supplies and things getting broken and not be accessible. Okay. So that's going to finish this section over here. And it's going to bring us a supply of aluminium. Although it's only a 15% chance for nuggets if I process it this way. Which is still the best chance because it's only 12.5% there and 10% this way. So this is still the best chance of processing them. So I don't know if I need to have Grinch set up some multiple mixers or if I just send all of these through one set, because the wax and the honey is going to be the same regardless, and it's just going to be the different nuggets. And 15% is not great, but at least it will be something. And once we have a little bit of all three of those, we should be able to make the furnace. And then I think I have enough unobtainium to upgrade my armor, which then gives me that quest there. So that takes care of the top part here, right? Then we start looking at the alloys, and down here, the alloy blade, 47 attack damage base. Crazy. But then that would knock out another chapter, which would be pretty insane. I don't know how long to wait until we get an aluminium or an unobtainium comb. Was that bee nocturnal? You is nocturnal. If you're working at night. Oh ha! Unobtainium comb. Boom. Awesome, 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 awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that makes me so happy. That ticks that off of my box. Ticks that off my to-do list was to get the bees set up for all three of them. The return on them is not great, like at all, but I have them set up, and that is the important thing. So not as late as we've streamed in the past, but about 3.5 hours, so not awful. We will be back tomorrow around lunchtime. I have to get Akumi to work, and then when I get back from work, I will have lunch, and then after lunch, we'll have a stream from after lunch until I go and pick her up and take her home. So, I'm thinking maybe, since Grinch has coordinates to Glacio via his Stargate, we should maybe look at Ad Astra? Because if we can work our way through the quest in Ad Astra and get him to Glacio, he could maybe find the Stargate and clear it so that that would be open. I don't know how complicated the process is of doing Ad Astra. It looks like it's the same thing we did in Rag 7 as far as the oxygen preparation, making a rocket, etc., etc., etc. But then processes Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, and then Glacio. But I can maybe knock that out while Grinch has a sailing event. Excuse me, Mr. Don't do that. Grinch has a sailing event in Neverwinter Nights, so he will be off sailing the 7 seas, or the 27 seas, or however many they have in Neverwinter Nights, I'm not sure. So that will be the plan for tomorrow. And then I am currently caught up on sweater sales, so we will hopefully have a stream maybe Monday, Tuesday, one of those two. I will be out of town Wednesday, Thursday, I think. So probably no streams those 2 days, and then of course district streams on Friday. So we'll be back definitely on Saturday, but I'm hoping maybe we'll get at least one stream in this week. And yes, our little cosmic foxes are so terribly cute. We've got pets all over the place now. We've got 3 llamas, we've got a shiny chicken, we have a shiny pig, we have the questing ram, we have 2 cosmic foxes. All we need now is a partridge in a pear tree. And no, don't find me a partridge in a pear tree, it was a joke. Anyway, I am going to leave it there for tonight, folks. I hope you have enjoyed tonight's adventures in All the Mod 9. Thank you, Scarlet, for the raid, and thank you, Prompt, for following. I hope you'll come back and visit again soon. Thank you so much for the compliments on our lighthouse space. I hope you enjoyed the tour. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with some more adventures. I think we will see if we can head towards outer space. So, with that, I will bid you all a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for more All the Mods 9. Good night, everybody.